My name is Finian Fallon, and in this brief presentation I'm going to discuss large language models and their use in developing our understanding of personality research, in particular related to the big five personality traits. So what are large language models? Essentially, they are AI systems which are trained on billions of words from huge data sets to understand and generate human language. An example you may already be familiar with is GPT-4 or ChatGPT, and there are other examples including BERT and Llama. These huge AI systems, summarize, translate, and simulate conversation with users and also answer questions. Their abilities are reaching what might be described as an uncanny simulation of what human conversation might appear to be. In other words, people are increasingly finding it difficult to differentiate between AI conversation and normal human conversation. So in this piece of research, we're looking at the overlap between large language models and personality research. Personality research has evolved to discover what are described as the big five personality traits. These are openness, which is basically an openness to experience which reflects a person's curiosity, imagination, and willingness to embrace new ideas and experiences. Conscientiousness refers to how organized, dependable, and goal-directed a person might be. Extroversion captures the extent to which someone is outgoing, energetic, and sociable. And agreeableness involves being compassionate, cooperative, and sensitive to the needs of others. Neuroticism might indicate any tendencies towards emotional instability, anxiety, and moodiness. So it may be useful then to look at the connection between the two in terms of how large language models are used in personality research. Large language models have learned and are learning to associate language with personality traits using very large data sets. These data sets may be created through or generated through social media such as Reddit, or emails such as Gmail or Hotmail, to infer traits based on the analysis of huge data sets. Some of these LLMs can be used with artificial intelligence to generate or simulate personality in chatbots or therapy agents, which are already being used widely. We've already seen how many people are using AI services to provide daily advice or regular advice on personal issues. So what are the real-world applications of this research, the crossover between large language models and personality traits? The outcomes or the outputs can be used in coaching, mental health, and personalized learning. Systems that are created can assess the individuals for personality traits which might be used to optimize the type or kind of learning that they're provided with. Text from services such as email can be analyzed for personality insights, and issues such as depression, anxiety, and suicidality and ADHD can be identified from the kind of interactions that individuals might have with social media. Obviously, this also raises significant privacy and data ethics concerns. We can see how these data sets and this information can be manipulated to take advantage or stimulate interactions or reactions from people that might even lead to violence in some cases. So what might the future be for large language models in psychology? Future systems, it is hoped, will combine voice, facial expression, and text to give us an even more detailed and useful understanding of individual personal traits. The research that is undertaken may also help us to track how personality might change over time rather than having fixed attributes or traits. But there are the ethical concerns we've already raised, and also ethical concerns in relation to cultural and linguistic variation that is maybe limited or restricted in a lot of the models that have already been generated based on westernized perspectives or biases. These biases are not the only concerns that we have in relation to the use of large language models in personality trait research. Understanding an individual's personality traits could be used for manipulating them or profiling them for scamming or taking advantage of people's emotive interactions with others and with the AI to interfere with political political contexts, and cultural biases. We see already that many users daily use AI for getting personal advice or life advice, or just as a kind of a electronic companion, as it were. And this use is expected to increase and grow along with the sophistication of AI models. However, we would argue that the future of the use of these models and the use of LLMs in conjunction with personality traits should be transparent, involve clear and explicit consent in relation to the use of data, and also fairness and equity in terms of access and reliability and biases being minimized in the use of these applications. So, in summary, overall, we've seen a fascinating development over the last few decades of the use of large language models and relevant databases in offering us new ways of understanding personality, including the development of the Big Five personality traits. This understanding can help us to personalize digital experiences online and can help enhance health support across a range of different contexts and different presentations. However, there are significant risks, including bias, misuse, and ethical issues that require significant oversight and consideration for the future use of these services. Thank you.